Hi everyone, my name is Ahmed and you are watching Jaggustudio YouTube channel. So today we are going to create this sci-fi animation in Blender using geometry nodes. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So we are going to start with the cube. So delete the light and the camera, leave the cube. So now just press S and Z to scale it on the Z axis. Scale it around here, then go into edit mode and add two loop cuts here. Then press S, Z and scale it just a little bit, just like this. Then just press E to extrude it and then press S to scale it down. Now just come back to object mode and come to material properties. Add a new material, name it emit. Change the surface to emission and set the color whatever you guys want. I am going with a red color and set the strength to around 10. Now just go into edit mode, make sure these faces are selected, then hit assign to assign this material on these faces. Now just come to this material. We are going to name it something like metallic and set the metallic value to 1 and set the base color to a darker color, something like this will work. So now just come to compositing tab, click on use nodes and add a glare node here, set it to bloom and come back to layout mode. Now if you guys want multiple colors in your animation, so to do this we can just duplicate it. If you guys want only one color, you guys can skip this part. So those of you guys who want multiple colors, so duplicate it, come here to click on this, select this emit material, click on this 3 button to create a separate color for this object and get a color something that you guys want. Once again click on this icon and select a color something like this. Then just select these three objects, press M on your keyboard and create a new collection, name it whatever you guys want and just go ahead and hide this collection. Then now it's part of geometry node, so press shift plus A, add any object that you guys want. I am going with a plane, so just open geometry node editor, click on this new button to add a new geometry node tree and delete this group input. Now if you guys want a plane mesh, you guys can use grid as well, but in my main scene I used a circle instead of this plane. So now if we add a circle here, circle mesh, and plug it into this group output, we can see that it's a circle but it's not filled these faces. Even if we set the fill type to n-gon and we can go when we go into wireframe mode, we can see we don't have faces here at the center, which will create issues for us, as I can show you. So just go ahead, add a instance on points node. Now drag and drop the objects collection here and plug it into this instance section. Now just scale this one down to something around here. Wait, hold shift to make it more slow. Now you guys can see it's the objects are only coming on the edges. As you guys can see in our mesh circle, when we go into wireframe mode, we can see it's only coming on these vertices. So they are not coming here in the center. So to fix this, what we can do is, I'll just go ahead and delete these. We can just add a circle here, then go into edit mode, make sure to select everything, press F3 on your keyboard and then search for grid fill. Do this and then come back to object mode, come to modifiers tab and go ahead add a subdivision surface modifier. Make sure to apply it after that. Now if we come here to this plane hour, and we can drag and drop our circle here into this node tree and just plug it into this group output and hide this circle for now. We can see we have this now. So now if we distribute our objects here, instance on points, just take this collection and plug it into this instance, scale these down. Now you guys can see they are coming here as well, but there is another issue that we are facing here. Wait, let me just adjust the scale. Yes, it's okay. Now if you guys can see, we are facing another issue, which is it's leaving these spots like this. So I'll just go ahead and use a single object instead of this one. You guys can see we don't have object here, so if we just appear our circle and go ahead subdivide it, still we see these areas. So to fix this, what we need to do is, as you guys can see here in our circle, we don't have a point here on the center or of every face, because these objects are in because these objects are appearing on vertices, these points, these little points. So because there is not any point here at the center of our object, that's why it's not appearing an object here. So to do this, we can just go into edit mode by selecting this circle. Make sure to select everything and then press F3 to bring this panel, then search for poke faces. Once we do that, we can see we have this circle here at the center. Now if we come here and just scale this plane up, as you guys can see, there are not many holes here. So now what we can do is add a set position node here, then just we can add a combine XYZ node and plug it into this offset section of our set position node. Then go ahead and add a wave texture or any texture that you guys prefer. You guys can use wave texture or noise texture, anything that you guys prefer. Then plug the color into this Z section of our combine XYZ node. Now we can add a map range node here. Then come here to wave texture and set the wave type to rings and set the ring direction to spherical. Now just come here and set the scale value to 0.11 or anything that you guys want. Now one more thing, make sure to enable your objects, main objects, select both of these, press Ctrl plus A on your keyboard and apply the scale of these so that we don't face any issues here in our geometry node. So now just come here and play with this 2max value. This will control the minimum distance between these two. So I am just going with this default value 1. Now if you guys just increase this offset value, face offset value, you can see we have our animation. But as you guys can see, when we do this, it's too heavy. So to fix this, we can decrease the scale. Now if you guys want, you can increase the scale of your circle, then but make sure to apply the scale of your circle and then select everything, press F3 and search for subdivide to subdivide the mesh. We can add a subdivision surface as well, but it will create some issues. I can show you. Just come here, add a subdivision surface modifier. You guys can see it's creating some issues here, just here. So why these issues are coming? If you apply the subdivision surface modifier, you can see the subdivision surface modifier is making the geometry more worse. So to fix this, we don't need to use the subdivision surface modifier. We just select our circle, go into edit mode, select everything, press F3 and search for subdivide, then hit enter, and we are done with those issues. That's why I was not using subdivision surface modifier. Now just play with the face offset value and you guys will get the animation that you guys want. Play with the scale value and other all the values to get your desired look. And as I told you, this will control the minimum distance. Now to fix these gaps, what we can do is just select it. After selecting it, press shift plus D to duplicate it and move it around, move it down something around here. Then press shift plus R on your keyboard to repeat the last step. Repeat it until these gaps are finished, or what you guys can do is just come here and decrease this value to get that. As you guys can see, if I decrease this value, we don't have that gap. But if you guys want this high effect, then you can just duplicate it a few times, as I said. Duplicate it, shift R, just like this. Now just go into material preview mode and we are done. That's it. Now just click here and then click on always to see the compositing. Now I selected here a single object, so if we delete it and drop the whole collection here and plug it here, as you guys can see, we are having multiple colors here, as I said before. So yeah, now if you guys want, you can just add let me just bring them back. Come to material properties and select the metallic color. Come to shader editor and we can go ahead and add a roughness to it. If you guys want, you can add. It's just simple. Add a color ramp node, color ramp, plug it into this roughness section, then add a noise texture node and plug the fact value into this. As you guys can see, we are having this material on our tiles. This is very helpful. Yeah, that's it for today's video. If you guys have learned something, make sure to hit that like button. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.